So it is August. It is fall. And in fall, there are two kinds of people. People who like pumpkin spice and people who do not. I happen to fall in the do not. But my aunt, however, loves it. Like, loves it. So today, since her birthday is Sunday the 16th, today's Friday the 14th, and her birthday's on the 16th. So you're actually not going to see this video until after she gets her present, whenever that is, because I don't want to ruin the surprise. However, I will be making her pumpkin spice butter. Kind of like apple butter, but instead it is pumpkin spice. And then I'm going to put it in little jars and package it up and mail it to her. We're gonna see how this turns out. Okay, so it is now the next day, and I was not able to make the pumpkin butter yesterday because my husband walked in and said something as soon as I was gonna make it. And then I realized that I needed bread for BLTs, so I started making bread. Realized that I wouldn't have the bread ready in time for the BLTs. So then I had to take out chicken and start thawing and marinating the chicken because we did grilled chicken last night. So it did not turn out how I wanted it to. So I didn't make it because I'm a massive procrastinator. So we're gonna make it today because her birthday's tomorrow and it's not gonna get there in time. But whatever! So in a medium-sized pot, you are going to add 3.5 cups of pumpkin puree, and real actual pumpkin puree, not pumpkin spice. This is a 1/2 cup. 1 cup. And if we had pumpkins in store right now, which we don't, I would have just bought a pumpkin and made my own pumpkin puree, but we didn't, so I'm having to cheat. Just a wee bit. That was 1 cup. 2 cups. 3 cups. 29-ounce can of pumpkin puree is 3.5 cups on the dot. Then you're going to add a cup of packed brown sugar. And I don't like to just reach into the container and scoop it out. I like to scoop out with a spoon and put it in the measuring cup. I find I get a more honest measurement. And this is light brown sugar. So 1 cup packed. 1 cup, sorry, because this is each a 1/2 cup. 3/4 cups of apple cider or apple juice. So 3, that's a 1/2, and a 1/2 of a 1/2 is a 1/4, so 1/4 cup. And then again, I'm using spiced apple cider because that's all Walmart had. So hopefully that won't make too big of a difference. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now I love vanilla, so I will always add more. But I'm not sure if she loves vanilla like I do, so I'm just gonna add the 2 teaspoons. And then at the end, if I think it needs more, I will add more. Then I'm gonna turn it onto like a medium. And then I have cinnamon sticks. I'm gonna add 2 to start out with. I'm adding 2 to start out with because I am putting pumpkin spice in, or pumpkin pie spice in there. And I also used spiced apple cider. So I don't want the cinnamon to be too overpowering. And then I'm going to use... So my camera is deciding to shut off whenever it wants. So I did have to switch to my phone just to make sure that it gets filmed. So basically what just happened was it started bubbling and started smelling like it was burning. And it's a little burnt on the bottom, so I'm just going to scrape that up. But I did turn it down to a medium-low heat. And I'm just going to continually stir this until it simmers. So that way stuff doesn't get stuck to the bottom and it burn. Because I don't think burnt pumpkin pie spice would taste very good. Turn it down to low because I've had it on medium. Turn it down to low and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Then after 30 minutes, we'll come back and check it. And I am gonna stir this quite often because, again, I do not want this to burn. So I did take it off the heat and let it cool, and it's a very, very thick consistency. I'm gonna find the cinnamon sticks and take those out. Okay, so I'm gonna take the cinnamon sticks out because, you know, obviously don't want them biting down on a cinnamon stick. And then you're now gonna taste for spices. So if you need to add more cinnamon, more vanilla. Oh, and the heat is off. I've let it cool down for about 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there for a second or two for the flavors to melt together. Because you always wanna let them melt together before you actually taste it again. So I'm gonna taste it again. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Okay. So the pumpkin spice butter is now done. I'm gonna put it in the pint-sized jars, and I'll be back in just a minute. I did forget to mention, I am shipping this with UPS. I'm gonna do their refrigerated trucks because this does have to stay refrigerated for up to 3 weeks, and then it can be frozen for 3 to 6 months. So I'm going to ship it in a cold storage box. I'm just gonna use styrofoam and ice packs and make my own instead of buying one, and then ship it UPS style. So these have had sufficient time to chill. The ice packs are frozen as well. I have 3 of them. Hopefully that's all we'll need. The entire box is lined with styrofoam to hold the cold in. So I basically covered up everything USPS because that's what the UPS lady told me to do, was to just cover it all up and it'd be fine. I'm gonna put these in bags so that way it might hold the heat cold in a little better, hopefully. So they're down, the packs are in. I'm gonna shove styrofoam in here to kind of fill the gaps and make sure it doesn't move. I mean, I'm just gonna cram it full of styrofoam. I don't want these to move at all. So I mean, this is gonna be crammed full. Because the less chance they have of moving, the less chance they have of breaking. And I couldn't find any plastic jars anywhere, otherwise I would have used those. That's what you want to hear. Nothing. And then I'm going to put a layer of styrofoam on the top. Okay, crammed, jammed, shoved, full. But you do want to make sure that it actually closes. We're going to use a shit ton of tape. And if I get to the UPS store and they say, oh, sorry, you can't do that, I'm going to cry. Because I called the UPS lady and she said it was okay. Hey, babe, I need your help.
Skiba.
I need your help. I need you to hold this closed while I tape it.
I hold him.
No, because I can't hold it closed.
I know, so I'm saying hold him and I'll do that.
Yeah, you need to hold it closed. No, you need to use both hands, baby. You're going to have to put them down.
What's the blue for?
I had to cover up everything USPS because I'm shipping it UPS style. The lady said it was okay.
I was just curious what it was.
Do you want some milkies? Oh yeah, he likes some milkies.
Just tired too.
Oh yeah, I said he wants some milkies. Got a tired and cranky baby. And there we go. Can't hear anything at all.